Israel strikes Iran. Is a nuclear war closer than ever? Shocking BBC analysis revealed. Welcome back to IQD2VND News. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and help us reach our milestone of 500 subscribers. We're almost there. The world on edge. Why did Israel strike Iran? Israel has once again launched airstrikes deep inside Iran, specifically targeting Natanz and Isfahan, two of Iran's most crucial nuclear sites. But the world is now asking, is Iran really building a nuclear bomb? Or is Israel overreacting to a program meant for civilian use? The latest attacks have reignited fears of a broader war, possibly even nuclear escalation in the Middle East. And it's not just headlines. Experts, world leaders, and international agencies are watching with growing alarm. BBC Verify and Ros Atkins. What do we actually know about Iran's nuclear program? Renowned BBC analyst Ros Atkins, along with the BBC Verify team, took a deep dive into this complex issue. Key findings. Iran does have enriched uranium, but there is no public evidence that it's being used for weapons. Israel claims Iran is weeks away from producing a bomb, yet international watchdogs like the IAEA say they have not found proof of a systematic nuclear weapons program. The US intelligence community, as of March, still believes Iran is not building a nuclear bomb. So why the sudden panic? Israel's warning, a decade-long fear. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has warned the world about Iran for over a decade. Time is running out. They're close to nuclear capability. He even suggested Iran could someday strike the eastern seaboard of the United States, a claim many say is speculative at best. In his recent statements, Netanyahu doubled down on those warnings. Israel insists it must act now, before it's too late. But critics argue that Israel's aggressive stance might be more about regime change and regional dominance than immediate threat. Iran's side, civilian energy or cover-up. Iran has repeatedly stated its nuclear ambitions are purely peaceful, focused on power generation and medical research. While the country admits enriching uranium at Natanz, Fordow and Isfahan, officials argue these activities are within their legal rights under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, meant for civilian purposes, not weapons. However, Iran has limited access to international inspectors, raising red flags globally. The IAEA says the lack of transparency prevents them from fully verifying Iran's true intentions. Flashback: the 2015 nuclear deal and Trump's exit. In 2015, Iran signed the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, with the US, UK, EU, and others. It agreed to cap uranium enrichment, limit stockpiles, allow inspections. In return, sanctions were lifted. The deal worked for a while. But in 2018, President Donald Trump withdrew the US from the agreement, calling it a disaster. The aftermath, sanctions returned. Iran gradually violated JCPOA terms. Enrichment and centrifuge operations expanded rapidly. Now, in 2025, the world is seeing the consequences of that decision unfold. 915 Baxi, a course of TERP from Guyland Pastroom. Conceive Ron Funger, dollars stop testing 1B. A course of power, Tarn. A course of Stendalis, and a Dinasa, Plant, Prams, a Dastanals, Eins. Trump reignites the fire. Recently, former President Trump weighed in again, contradicting US intelligence assessments. I don't care what they said. I think Iran is very close to having a nuclear weapon. He offered no proof, but his comments have poured gasoline on an already burning fire. Israel's silent arsenal, the nuclear double standard. It's no secret that Israel is believed to possess nuclear weapons, though it has never officially confirmed it. More importantly, Israel has not signed the NPT. Its nuclear sites are off-limits to international inspectors. This double standard is fueling resentment in the Middle East and giving Iran a talking point on the world stage. Why are we treated differently? What's next? Peace or total war? The situation is fragile. One wrong move could ignite a regional or even global conflict. What we know. Iran's uranium enrichment is increasing. Israel views this as an existential threat. Global watchdogs haven't confirmed Iran is making a bomb. Both countries are locked in a dangerous, decades-long proxy war. Final thoughts? Time for truth, not hysteria. It's time for the global community to demand transparency from all sides, avoid war based on speculation, revive diplomatic efforts like the 2015 nuclear deal, because right now the truth is blurred by fear, politics, and propaganda. Don't miss our next update as we break down the economic, political, and military fallout of this escalating conflict. Subscribe now to IQD to VND News and be part of a community that looks beyond the headlines. What do you think? Do you believe Iran is secretly developing nuclear weapons, or is Israel overstepping? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's spark a real conversation.